attempt and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Now Herbert to start the drive.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the 50, here's Fields. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. On first down, they'll start out with Moss. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 45. 63 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Richardson off the play fake.
Out to his left.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Richardson. A short throw.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. 3rd and 1, Richardson to throw.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Let's go now.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Hey, smash. Trap 60, trap 60. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Starting on the ground with Herbert.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Hold it ready.
They'll run on first down with Moss.
20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Richardson working from the gun.
Throw left side, complete to Moss. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. They'll go up the middle here with Moss.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Zach Moss.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
The extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Here's Fields.
And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, this is Lewis. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this is caught. He hits more. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle.
Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And Lewis has it, the tight end.
And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hand off right side for Herbert.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Right there, hurt.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On 2nd and 10, Fields locates Claypool on the crossing route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again here with Moss.
Nifty move. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
131 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
On the counter, this is Moss.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Rolling to his right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And
Anthony Richardson. An 8-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Fields. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 45-yard line. A handoff for Herbert. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Off play action. Fields. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 21. To throw is Fields. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert will take it in. Touchdown, Bears.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little, because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Matt Eberflus going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2. Fields trying to throw for it.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Okay, break.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. The connecting here with Pittman on the out route.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
On the handoff, it's Moss.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, check that. Street.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
A give left side here for Herbert. He's got it to the 43 here.
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
Here we go.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Fields throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Go Mark. Hey, Mark, you want.
On play action, Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
Well, that's a group that's well aware of what's going on the scoreboard right now. Excellent work by them to push them back. That defense, they want to make sure the worst they come out of this with is a field goal and a tie game.
That's to Moore, he's got it. Touchdown Bears.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Bears have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him to just shy of the midfield stripe.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Richardson.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him, All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Let's go.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Buffalo 18.
Here's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Ready,
No
break.
choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks him.
Down the right sideline.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Just obviously a gigantic play by the defense here. You see where we're at in the 4th quarter, Charles. 4th and long, they felt like they had to make a big play through the air, but it's the defense, not that offense, that comes up with the huge play.
And I love the countenance of the defenders. So calm, so ready, no nerves and evidence at all. And they came through with a big play that has them on the verge of a victory.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Ready.
Now Richardson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Able to complete to Moss. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Here's 1st down.
79 Broncos. Let's go.
Richardson to throw it. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Cut 19. Cut 19.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. Down to the 10.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer. Go.
One last shot for Richardson.
Steps away to his left.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis,